Hey there, everyone! The blind in my room is broken, so my room's just really dark and depressing, so I'm just experimenting with new places to film. This is pretty cool. I reckon I'll do something far more creative than this around here at some point. And also, work on framing a bit. Today, I'm gonna tell you about lots of movies that I really like. First up on my short list of best movies is The Lion King, because The Lion King is the shit, man. It's so good. The Lion King is my happy place movie, basically. It is so good whenever I'm really sad or anything. I just watch The Lion King and it makes everything better and I love it. And if you haven't watched it yet, what are you doing? It's a classic. Timon and Pumbaa are icons. Wow! Number 2, that's rude, is Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles is from the 70s or 80s or something like that. Around that time. Not the 60s and not the 90s. It's like a western, but also a comedy. And it stars Cleveland Little, who is an African-American actor, and really beautiful and amazing and so good. And it has Gene Wilder in it, and it's great. And it's all about this kind of ex-slave. He was kind of being forced to work against his will, becoming the sheriff of this little town. And everyone's like, oh my god, this guy's a N-word. And it's really cool, and it deals with the issue really well, and I really like it. It's really funny, it's quite weird at times. It breaks the fourth wall until there's no walls left, basically, and it's just really good. It's a really good movie. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. I really do recommend it. It's great. I think it's got the first ever fart joke seen in cinema, I think, which is awesome. And then when it was edited for TV, they cut all the fart noises out, so it's just this really weird silent scene. Yeah, it's great. I really like Blazing Saddles. Go watch it. The Mighty Boosh Live Future Sailors Tour. This isn't technically a movie, but it's movie length, and it saved my life. It's so good. If you haven't watched the Mighty Boosh, the TV show, you should definitely watch at least a bit of that before you watch this. The Mighty Boosh is a British whimsical, silly comedy. It's a bit musical, it's a bit fantastical, it's everything you didn't know you needed, basically. It's so good. It's got Noel Fielding in it. If you know him from Big Fat Quiz of the Year and Nevermind the Buzzcocks and stuff like that, he's amazing. He's my hero. I love him so much. It's just a really nice way to be sent on a journey from where you're sitting on the couch or lying with a double, triple gin in your bed watching it. Wherever you are watching it, you're taken on a complete journey to somewhere else, and it's just the most awesome thing. And it's a bit crude and a bit rude. It's okay, let's try and work it out. It's kind of like In the Night Garden for adults, but really not. So this is basically just me saying, if you haven't watched The Mighty Boosh, please watch The Mighty Boosh. And if you have watched The Mighty Boosh, please talk to me about it, because I can't find many people who have. And it makes me sad, because I just want to cry about Vince Noir a lot, you feel? Predestination! Predestination is crazy. It's time travel, police, detective, sex change, but dealt with quite well. Oh, it's so good! It's got Ethan Hawke in it and an Australian actress who I can't remember the name of, but that's okay. And basically, they're the same person. And okay, so it starts off Oh my god, it's it's timey-wimey. It's really timey-wimey. Sex-changed Australian actress kills Ethan Hawke but doesn't... Oh, I don't know, man. They're the same person. He falls in love with himself as a girl, and I think he gets himself pregnant. And then there's that baby, and then we find out that that baby is actually another main character as well. It's really cool. It's really cool. I'll put all of these in the description, but I'll also put like a proper version of this explanation in the description, because I didn't plan this, and now I can't think of words that describe Predestination. Super sci-fi, super mystery, plain. It mind fucks you to the nth degree, and that's why I love it. Pan's Labyrinth, let's get all like cultured in this. Pan's Labyrinth is a Spanish film directed by Guillermo del Toro. Pan's Labyrinth is the English name. We like decided to create a meaning with like, I think it's Greek mythology, Pan, the faun or whatever, because in Spanish, cars, the name is Labyrinth del Fauno or something like that, so it's literally just like the labyrinth of the faun, but we're like, no, Pan's Labyrinth, and it creates a whole bunch of other connotations, but it's really lovely. It's like, it's a fairy tale in the Spanish Civil War. Is it Spanish? Yeah, this little girl, Ophelia, is really stuck in a pretty shit situation. There's lots of guerrilla warfare going on and all that kind of stuff, but there's this labyrinth in the middle of their kind of camp, and she goes into it and meets this faun, and he says she's the long lost princess of like the underworld, and she has to complete all these tasks, and then it kind of calls into question kind of like, is this real, or is this real, or is none of it real? And it's really, really cool. It's beautifully shot. The music is gorgeous. The story is epic, and I would just really recommend it, because then you get to say, hey, I've watched like an international film, I'm so cultured, and also just have a good time. It's very gory and a bit sad, but aren't all good films? And finally, more sadness, Schindler's List. Schindler's List is a true story about Nazi Germany and a businessman who frees a shit ton of Jews. What a great way to word that. It's beautiful. It's, oh shit, what's his name? Like a really well-known director. Steven Spielberg! There we go! It's got Liam Neeson in it, so it's pretty good. And it's just gorgeous. It's got Ralph Fiennes in it. Ralph Fiennes is terrifying. Like, you think Voldemort's bad? Nah, mate. Voldemort's like fucking planes. Voldemort's like Bay fave character material compared to Ralph Fiennes in this film. He's terrifying. He's like a Nazi officer, if that. Yeah. So I hope this was in focus. The camera's going a bit crazy. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll leave links in the description to like trailers or really cool scenes that I like, or just better descriptions. And if you want any more recommendations based off any of these, feel free to ask. I'll see you very soon. I hope you had a good day. I hope you had a good week. And now I have to like get down. That was cool. You didn't see it, but it was impressive. And